What a warm group, the Kiwanis Club of Concord. I know a lot of people are fighting the snow or stranded places, but we got the best of the group here. I'm sure, though, the other people are also the best too, but got to be safe and do what you need to do on a day like today. It's really interesting. Ken had said, hey, I love your topic, and he asked if this date was good. And we scheduled the snowstorms so that it would match perfectly with our talk, how to get rid of the winter blues with a swagger. Well, I'm here to tell you that it might be really challenging. Let me think about it. Within the first week of January, or the second week, just about everybody's given up their New Year's resolution. Anybody here like that?
I won't admit it.
I gave up.
Okay.
I just started this morning.
All right.
I'm a late.
You're a late bloomer?
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's better to start now than to not have started. Well, if you think about what happens during this time of year, one, we've tended to eat really comfort food. I was going to say unhealthy food, but it's not unhealthy. It's comfort food. It makes you feel good. And we eat that food because we need to gain some weight. The weight is just so we're a little bit more buff and we're warmer in the winter. I mean, there's a reason behind this eating all this really good food and cakes and cookies and chocolate over the holiday time. Well, as you're eating that chocolate and cookies and cake, you go home and you've run out of energy. All you want to do is lie down and sleep on the couch, and also take the remote, because we don't get up to turn the channel anymore. That used to be exercise. Now we just do the remote, or we just sit there and talk to our computer and tell it to go to Netflix. Some computers you can talk to, you don't even have to type anymore. Well, we're all in that kind of foggy stage of the year. And I'm here to tell you that yes, you can get out of that foggy stage. You can get rid of the winter blues. But let's take it to another level. Let's take it to the point where you're not just going to feel better because, okay, I've decided to get out of the winter blues and eat just a little bit healthier. Decide that you want to bring your life to a new level of excellence. If you want to make change, the only thing you can do is, I'm not going to say it's the only thing you can do. What you need to do is you need to get a goal, a dream, something that pulls you to it. So when you are lying down on the couch and you don't feel like getting up to go exercise, that dream is in your mind of the person you want to become. Whether it's to just feel much better, lose weight, or have less stress, you get yourself up and out the door. What I have done is I have studied elite coaches and also athletes. And on my podcast, it's theflyingarcher.com. I've interviewed a few elite coaches and archers, and I've asked them about how do they deal with stress? How do they think? How do they run their lives? What foods do they eat? What routines do they have? And meanwhile, I've also studied millionaires. So I was like, this isn't just a high-level performance thing. Very successful, wealthy people who aren't as stressed out as the rest of us are doing something different. In doing that, I put together a program to help athletes or any regular one of us to go to a new level. So I want to give you some techniques that I have learned, that put together, that you can take with you and start immediately tomorrow morning. Take the evening off and go out and have a drink and stuff like that. So wait till tomorrow morning. And to make it easy to remember, I created an acronym. The acronym is DEEMS and R. D is downtime. E is eating. By the way, that was a really good meal there. Thank you very much. E, exercise. M, meditation. S, self-talk. R and R, morning routine and evening routine. So with downtime, okay, we all live here in the Western atmosphere where we're Americans, or in Europe, it's go, 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 go. Don't stop, go till you drop. right? And people frown on you if you take time off. Well, athletes, when you push a muscle, you push it and then you let it rest. You push and you let it rest. And that's how your muscle grows and how you get stronger. Well, your mind, your brain is a muscle. And the same with other muscles in your body, when you push it, you also need to give it time to rest too. Technique you can do is, let's say, who here pretty much sits at a computer all day? Awesome. One thing you can do is about every 60 or 90 minutes, take 2 or 3 minutes off. And in those 2 and 3 minutes, read a book. Or sit and just breathe for 3 minutes. Or just get up and walk around, run down some stairs and come back up. And if you do this throughout the day, you'll actually get your energy back and not feel as tired out by the end of the day. Now, high-level athletes, when they're in season, I mean, they go at it for their whole season. I'm not sure. How long's a football season?
Too long.
Too long? It's too long. I know, it's like 6 months or 5 months or something. And then afterwards, they actually get some downtime in which they don't do anything. Now, let's say you have a project. And your project is you going and going for 90 days straight. Really, what you should really do is take a month off. Now, they frown on that. You tend to not have a job when you come back. So it's better that during that 90 days to pace yourself. And part of that pacing yourself with downtime is to schedule time where you're not working. Turn the cell phone off at 5 p.m. and turn it back on at 8 p.m. Okay, maybe that's a little extreme, but don't check your emails for that amount of time. And actually, you'll find yourself being more creative if you do that. The other part is, definitely schedule yourself downtime, family time, where other people can't reach you and it's just you and your family or you and your friends. Eating. Well, the tough part about eating the easy part is that there's a lot of really good stuff out there. And a lot of it has a lot of chemicals in it. And basically sugar is a drug that's actually highly addictive. So just our basic stuff isn't good for us. And other things are highly addictive. So you decide, okay, I'm going to take a challenge for the next 3 weeks. The only foods that I'm going to eat are foods that are organic, don't have any chemicals in them, are not processed, and get rid of the sugar. And then have a cheat day. Pick a Friday or a Saturday or a day where you can eat whatever, but use it. That cheat day is a day that when you're going through the week and you find something like, oh, that cupcake. Anybody ever go to the Co-op here in Concord and go into their bakery session area? Oh my gosh, they got some cupcakes to die for. And they say gluten-free because I try to not eat wheat, but doesn't mean it's sugar-free. Well, decide that cupcake you're going to eat on Friday. Or if there's like some pizza, decide, well, you know what, I'll eat the pizza on Friday. And then when Friday comes along, you may have totally forgotten about it. You want to plan your foods. Just pick a day when you and also, say, your wife, your husband, you get together and you go out shopping, you come back and decide what you can eat for the entire week. And cook. And then take foods and put it in the freezer. So when you have that urge that I just really want to order some Chinese food, just pull out that really delicious something that you made the other day. And don't forget to bring snacks with you to work or wherever you're going. Exercise. Okay. Guess what? You don't use it, you lose it. About 2 years ago, I hurt my back, and I thought it was just my shoulder, but it actually ended up being worse than that. So I really got out of shape over a year and a half. I still had to work. I grit my teeth through pain to get through it, did as much downtime as I could. And then last spring, I decided to go to White Mountain CrossFit, which is a pretty intense gym to go to. And they do one-on-one training with you before you go in with your into the group sessions. And what I found was I had lost mobility, not just strength, but also mobility, flexibility. And it was, I thought about this. This is really scary. It snuck up on me. I'm pretty active, I thought. I teach archery, so I go out and actively load up and put up a range and then put it all back into my vehicle. And so as fast as it can sneak up onto you, it's about as slow as it will take to get back into shape. Now, one thing he said, these are thighs right here. You always want to be able to, sit down and stand up. There's, a few important reasons. I'd like to have privacy for that. So that can be a good motivator to keep working out so your thighs are in good shape, but not just your thighs, your whole body. Now, if you're somebody that hasn't been doing a lot of working out or going to the gym and been the American way is doing a lot of sitting, it's just the way our culture is right now, is decide, okay, I'm going to get up and go for a 15-minute walk. Just set your alarm clock for 20 minutes earlier and throw your shoes on and go outside. Don't forget your jacket this time of year. And when you go outside, you can just walk along and enjoy the beauty of the morning. The trees and how they're sort of brown and then white right now. Right now the birds are coming back. So you're having yourself just focus on the now and then come back. I'd suggest, of course, talking to your physician and figuring out a plan that would really work for you. But it can be just something as simple as walking. Meditation. Well, they don't teach us meditation in school. My companies I've worked for, I've been in the military, it's all like go, go, go. Well, meditation is actually extremely important for health and wellness. It helps you decrease stress. It helps you just feel better. It helps you with focus. Helps you be calmer and also more compassionate. They should be teaching meditation in school. One thing you could do is you can get up an extra 20 minutes earlier and go to a comfortable chair and sit down and just sit there for 15 to 20 minutes and just listen to your breath. And then watch all the thoughts go through your mind. It's like, whoa, baby, look at those thoughts. Okay, I'm just going to watch them. I'm not going to attach to one and continue thinking about it. I'm just going to let it flow through. If you do that 5 days a week over a month, you'll feel some changes in your body. My experience with meditation is, I took a class at the Zen Mountain Monastery in New York. It was a Kudo class, which is a type of Japanese type of archery. Well, they integrate you into what the monks are doing. And I got up before dawn and did meditation for 2 hours. I am not a meditator. That was sort of trial by fire. And I was not perfect, though I guess just sitting and being calm is what they say, just doing that anyways, is good. But at breakfast, what I noticed is that everybody had energy. I'm like, we got up, I think it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's like 5:36, and everyone has energy. This is crazy. Wow. And I'm not even doing it exactly the way they say you should. Self-talk. How many of you talk to yourself in a way that, occasionally, not all the time, that if your best friend talked to you like that, they wouldn't be your friend anymore? Yeah, me. Well, self-talk, you really want to change that and change it so you put other words in your mind, other thoughts in your mind. So if you're doing something like, you're a banker, right?
Yes.
Manager. and you have somebody coming in for a loan, and you look at them, and the phone rings, and somebody, and you answer the phone, and it was kind of annoying, and you get off the phone, and you start thinking to yourself, whatever you're going to think to yourself, I don't like this person, I can't believe I just had that conversation, but now you have this fresh person walking in. And then you could go, well, other things you could think, and go, you know what, I'm going to change the way I'm going to think. This person is important. I appreciate this person that's coming in. I'm going to say, I'm just really excited that this person is here. I mean, that's one example of it. Another is you could be, I don't know, you have a project at work and you need to go up and speak in front of people. And you might go, man, I suck at speaking. I'm going to do terrible. I'm going to do this. Now, if your best friend said that to you, you'd be like, go away. So you can change those words to something else. Like, hey, I'm going to be awesome. I really appreciate the people I'm going to come and speak to. And I have a gift to them that I hope that they can bring away with them. You could do a 30-day challenge in which for 30 days you decide if you get a negative thought going through your mind, then don't follow it. Just change the thought to a new thought, something that actually makes you, say, feel better, something that you like. Thoughts create emotion, and emotion changes the chemicals in your body. So when you're feeling good, your body's releasing good chemicals. So if I go into his bank and he starts yelling at me because just decides he doesn't like the color of my shoes or something, or whatever reason, he wouldn't actually do that. But if he came across that way, and then I decide I get angry, I could go, you know what? I'm not going to let him bother me, and just change my thoughts. I change my emotion, and actually I'm putting better chemicals in my body. Again, it's the chemicals that your body's producing, not outside chemicals. Let's see. Self-talk. And then the next thing is R&R. Rest and relaxation. Actually, that's really important. That was part of downtime. Morning routine and evening routine. You want to just take the morning by the bullhorns and just launch it. And you do that, you launch your day. You prime your day for excellence. And then let's say he has somebody that comes in that irritates him. He doesn't get irritated because he's feeling pretty good because he has just done this morning routine and he's just jazzed and just really feeling good about the day. Morning routine can be you jump out of bed, you take like 10 deep breaths, then you put your jacket on, shoes on, and you go out for a walk and you look at things around you and go, wow, it's February and those birds are flying around. Now that's just crazy. Or you can walk along and just crunch, crunch, crunch. You can feel the snow under your feet. In essence, you're sort of doing mindfulness and meditation while you're walking, kind of killing two birds with one stone. Come back, and has anybody ever done like a gratitude journal? Yeah, awesome. You come back, spend 10 minutes, and just write or just fill up a page of what you're grateful for. And then maybe do 10 minutes of meditation. I mean, you can put it in any way you want, but this is a way to empower your day. Evening time. Turn off the phone or turn off your email alerts or do something so you disconnect from work. You become more present with your family. Again, you want to block out your time from, say, 7 o'clock or until, say, 8 o'clock in the morning. And this time actually is very beneficial because your subconscious is actually probably thinking about work and creating ideas while you're not even thinking about it. Creative subconscious mind is pretty phenomenally awesome. Also in the evening when you go to bed, decide that you want to visualize on your goal, something that makes you feel good. If you decide that that's a time that you want to solve the world problems, well, Tell your brain that I'm not going to do it now. I am going to allocate 9 a.m. the next day to solve the world problems. At least that's what I do, and it helps, kind of works for me. Because then it's like, okay, I'll worry about it later, and I'll lie here and just think of good thoughts that make myself feel good. One of the Olympic athletes that I interviewed on my podcast talked about how he uses visualization when he goes to bed to visualize what's going to happen at the tournament, and also how to deal with a situation if he doesn't win something, and how he needs to mentally keep his game up. And then, has anybody ever woken up in the middle of the night, you just can't get back to sleep? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we got that monkey mind going. We're thinking about how to save the world and this or that or the other. You can do the same thing you did in the evening, is go, okay, mind, I love you, but we're not going to discuss this until tomorrow at certain time. Instead, lie there, take deep breaths, and just listen to your breath. And then if your mind is still wandering, just lie there and just watch it as a show and just be really entertained by it. It's like, ha ha ha. Well, so that was really a quick overview of how you can just change your life by just making little changes every day. And that, again, I studied these elite athletes and coaches and millionaires to see how they run their lives and how we could apply it to just our, regular level lives to bring ourselves from where we are to a level of excellence. So I have created a program, and I do have a strategy session free if anybody finds that they're interested and would like to connect with me on that. I do have cards out that have my phone number in which you can either text or give me a call, and we can schedule that. And I want to give you that as a gift. It's a way to find out basically what's holding you back, things that, and you'll feel more energized, and a few things to help you get to that next level. I want to say you guys have been a really, really wonderful, warm group, and do we have time for questions?
A couple of questions? Anybody have a couple of questions? I know I have one. Andrew was a Nordic combined junior Olympian, and we also got to have him play biathlon. In biathlon, you cross-country ski hard, and then you stop and you fire a weapon. It was about 100 meters. I can't even see 100 meters. And I don't understand how you can go from your heart racing so much, and anybody who's ever fired a weapon, you got to slow your heart way down. Did you ever talk with anybody who had that extreme, and then you get up, you go another 5 miles of skiing, and then slow your heart down so it stops beating and shoot? And I always was amazed at up, down, up, down, up, down. Did you ever have anybody that has that really big curve?
I haven't actually talked to anybody about that. I would say it's about being mindful, that when you're there, you take your breath, and you can actually change your heartbeat by the way you think and the way you breathe. Elite archers, when they're competing, they've put, they have put these things on their head so that they could monitor their brain waves. Yeah, and an elite archer, the brain waves will show that of somebody who's meditating. Yeah. Any other cool questions?
Thank you very much for joining us, Lucy.
Thank you.